Alright guys, finally we're going to be taking a look at a maxed out level 90 C6 Hu Tao, and I couldn't be more excited for today's video. It's been a bit of a long time coming. We showcased her at C1, we showcased her at C2, and now we're going to showcase her at C6 in a couple of different areas. Child boss fight, maybe Dvalin, Abyss floor 12. We're gonna take a look at all of it, and if you've been coming to the channel, you've been watching the videos, but you haven't noticed, we have been absolutely grinding here on the channel with sometimes double uploads, daily uploads. So if you do enjoy today's video, you like what you see, go ahead and consider hitting the like button for me. And if you really enjoyed the video and you like what we've been doing here on the channel, go ahead and consider subscribing. But can we go ahead for a max out C6 showcase? And I never do this, but I wanted to try it and see, can we get 500 likes on the video today? That would be absolutely fantastic. But before we do jump into the video, before we jump into what she's capable of, I did want to go ahead and show her off. So let's roll that intro and then let's get right into it, guys. Alright, so now before we jump into the fights, I wanted to go ahead and show Hu Tao off herself the way I have her built. So she is level 90, like I mentioned. Here are her stats: 60% crit rate, 223% crit damage, 121% energy recharge, and 95% pyro damage bonus, you can call it, just rounding up. We have an R2 Staff of Homa, so by no means is this going to be an average showcase for the average individual. But we do have an R2 Staff of Homa. Maybe going for the R5, we'll have to see. We have the 4-piece Crimson Witch set. I did switch back to the crit rate hat. If you didn't see my last video, then you don't understand why I said that. But we switched back to the crit rate hat, power damage goblet, HP sands, attack feather, and then the HP flower right there. So there you go for the artifacts. Constellation C6, like I mentioned. Talents, we did crown the queen herself with a level 13 guide to afterlife. I will be getting this to level 8 as soon as I get more of these foul legacies, so when that comes around, and hopefully I get lucky. But level 10 spirit soother, level 7 on the basic attack. So there you go. So the Hu Tao absolutely decked out. Now, one thing I did want to go ahead and quickly mention also is that with this showcase, it's not going to be manipulating any numbers. And what I mean by that is I'm not going to be using any food to increase her damage. I'm not going to be using a Bennett, Mona, Sucrose rotation, dropping down ults all over the place to boost her damage as high as possible to get the big PP numbers. No, it's just going to be a natural rotation, how I would naturally be using her in my normal setup, as you can see right here with Venti, Xingqiu, and Zhongli. This is what I use on an everyday basis. This is my team. And yeah, let's go ahead and jump straight into it. We'll start with the boss fight, the child boss fight, and then we'll take it from there. So I do hope you guys enjoy once more. And yeah, let's go ahead and check it out. I did also want to mention I'm going to be using like normal rotations on this as well. So I'm going to go ahead and drop an ult down here just because. Go ahead and do that. Go ahead and do this. And go ahead and do this. And here we go. Alright. You got to love the PS4 dashes, right? Alright, so that's phase 1. I'm still getting the dashes down, by the way. I just want to go ahead and mention that really quickly. I'm still trying to get those dashes down properly. Let me do that. Let me pop this again. Alright. Okay, and that was the second phase. She does a lot of damage. She does a lot of damage. Also, if you have Hu Tao, let me know in the comments down below if you've been enjoying her. Let me know if you've been having a lot of fun with her, or let me know if she doesn't really fit your gameplay style. I would love to know all of that down in the comments below. I'm gonna go ahead and do this. And once again, it's just the normal rotations here. There's one other thing that I forgot to go ahead and mention is that my Xingqiu is he is C6, and let me go ahead and ult so I can get some health back, and there you go. He is, I forgot to mention that my Xingqiu really quickly, that was fast, really quickly, my Xingqiu, he is level 60. He has an R5 sacrificial sword. I feel as if I should mention that because he gets the elemental skill back. It's almost guaranteed. And then he has, as you can see, he's not, look at this. It's just there's nothing here. And, but he is C6. I feel, I wanted to mention that he's not really invested in whole a whole lot, but I feel as if that was necessary to go ahead and mention to you guys, so that way you guys get a better understanding of what I'm working with when it comes to my team. My Zhongli C1, typical build. All right, guys, so we are on the Abyss floor 12, and so let's go ahead and see what she could do here. And this is chamber 1, so let's go ahead and try this out here. So I'm going to try and get these guys grouped up a little bit. Let's do that. Come on over here. Alright, I'm just going to go ahead and drop this down. Let's go ahead and shield up. Let's go ahead and do this. And I'm going to pop this. Okay. Alright, and shield back up. Do this. Do this. We'll ult. Alright, and shield back up. Drop this down. Alright, so that was chamber 1. Let's go ahead and move on to chamber 2. Alright, and we are on chamber 2, so let's go ahead and see what she can do here. Alright, gonna go ahead and shield up. Now, I do want to apologize. This is post-commentary because I was watching the video back as I was editing it, and I noticed that I wasn't speaking at all, and I do truly apologize because when I'm doing the Abyss runs, especially on floor 12 and things of that nature, I usually go quiet when I'm really trying to focus on what's going on. So I noticed I was extremely quiet. I actually did not say anything here this entire time, and that's just because I was focused on making sure I was getting the proper rotations, doing what I was needing to do, and make sure I was being as efficient as possible. And so I wanted to do post commentary here, so we got some post commentary, but nonetheless, I also wanted to mention that my dash canceling is something that I'm trying to get more proficient at and something that I'm trying to get better at. It is not that great and it's not that pretty, so I do apologize. Sometimes on the PS4, and that's why I mentioned it earlier, you gotta love the PS4 dashing because it's not always crisp and clean like it probably would be on the PC. So I'm working on that. We're trying to get it down packed, but as you can see, we're really doing the floor 12 and these chambers with not really that much difficulty with Hu Tao, and it definitely has to do with my team setup, of course. Xingqiu being one of the best characters you can place with her, and then Zhongli with the shields, of course having C6 just as a safety net, and then the tick damage that I'm doing with the Blood Blossom at C2. It just all really comes together. Her C1 being able to dash and not consume any stamina is just such a really good benefit. So Hu Tao as C6 is just a complete monster and a powerhouse, and she is my most favorite character to use. I have so much fun utilizing her, playing with her, and it's really cool to play Hu Tao now, and I have so much fun in the game of Genshin Impact because I get to utilize rotations, and that is just so much fun for me. And then being able to heal up with the ult, going back with the health going down when popping the elemental skill, rotating to Xingqiu, getting those off, and then going back to Zhongli, shielding back up, rotating back to Hu Tao, and going berserk once more and allowing her to do so much damage. It's tons and tons of fun. Here I almost got into a bit of a predicament there. I had to switch out really quickly and shield up really fast, and Razor has just been an absolute stand-in unit. Xingqiu went down, but that was okay. At this point, they're pretty much dead, and it's not really that much of a problem. But honestly, guys, I haven't had this much fun playing Genshin Impact since Hu Tao came out, and it's not just because she's C6. I mean, that does make it a whole lot of fun, and she's just a blast, but it's because you can utilize rotations. It's because you can go ahead and constantly switch through your characters, popping elemental skills, popping ults, coming back to her, and just letting her go absolutely berserk and hamburger. But anyways, guys, that was the C6 showcase. I hope you did enjoy. I hope you like what you saw, and let me know if you have Hu Tao. How have you been enjoying her? Or if you decided to skip her altogether, who did you decide to skip her for? Anyways, guys, this Hu Tao has just been a blast, and I've been having tons of fun with her, like I mentioned earlier. And yeah, she's definitely my most favorite character to use, and I think she's absolutely top tier one of the best characters that if you invest in her is going to pay dividends. But I'm going to go ahead and get out of here, guys. Like I mentioned earlier in the video as well, we have been absolutely grinding. So if you've been enjoying, go ahead and consider subscribing, and let's see if we can hit that 500 like goal. But I'm going to get out of here. Remember to stand out, be different, have fun, go further beyond in everything that you do. And until next time, my boys, until next time, it's your homie Cody GT, and I'm out. Bye, guys.